This is Perico. He's one of the top karting YouTubers in the UK, and he challenged me to race him at one of his home tracks. Will Perico come out on top, or will we reign supreme at a track we've never even raced at before? Let's speak to our competitors and see if we can gain any knowledge from them.
Am I braking? I'm not the one to ask. No, you've been here a bit more than me. Honestly, I forgot. I've never been here before.
Well, thanks guys. We're really going to be going into this track blind, I guess then. And on that note, let's head out onto the track and see what it's looking like. Because at this point I realised I'd actually put my seat slightly too far forward. So we headed straight into the pits, and annoyingly, look at all these cars at the end of the pits. This lost us so much valuable practice time out on track. And you see Ryan also behind us also to come to the pits to change his car. And as we come out here, you can see it's already gone yellow, meaning they were gridding up the session. So hopefully either we're starting out in first or we're right at the back of the grid with Ryan. As we come around the grid, I'm praying that they're going to stop us here, but they don't. They wave us through. And it's at this point, me and Ryan realised that we are starting all the way at the back of the grid. This was a nightmare scenario. We're raced against some of the very best today here at Coventry, so it's going to be a massive task to try and beat Perico, who's starting all the way over there in 12th place. I knew that this race was going to be one of the most challenging I've ever had to face, so as we sit on the grid, waiting for the race to start, we're staring directly at that light box, waiting for it to go green, and it's lights out and away we go here at TeamSport Coventry. We get a brilliant stop, but it's already 4 wide into this first corner. I try to thread the needle, we get the overtake done, but Perico's got that inside line, meaning he gets the position back, and we try to send it here, but we tap in everyone everywhere, which puts us straight back into our starting position of 15 with Ryan just behind on a bumper ready to take advantage. I send it down that inside there, we had loads of grip coming out of there, but we just lose the position again to the guy in the orange suit, and here I get a bit eager and I try and send it down the inside, but I slam straight into Perico, sending him off into the distance, giving him a little bit of a boost there. We've got Ryan still sat on a bumper. We now need to try and catch up as Perico is now off and ahead after that little bit of a boost we got, and you can see it goes free abreast into the last corner here, and we try and follow Perico through here, but there's a bit of a skirmish on the left there, and we send it. We're now going to try and catch up to Perico back onto his bumper. We're here, we're sat behind him. I can see the left hand side's opening up, so I send it down the inside, which gets the overtake done on Perico, but back he comes because he's got the inside line ready for the next double hairpins that are coming up here, and we try and follow Perico through here, try and get a good exit on this corner. We get tangled up in a little bit of a battle here. We get sent backwards, meaning Ryan has got the inside line behind us there, which we need to shut that door down as quick as we can, so we keep the inside line for this final corner there. And now we need to keep our head down and try and catch up to Perico, which we do in this next section here, as we manage to do it under braking, which massively there is to stop because of the guy in the white helmet in front of him. We follow him down into down ramp here, and the plan is just to follow Perico through the crowd, try and get all the overtakes done, but we just can't manage it here, because you can see again, whoever has that inside line there manages to hold their ground, and he sends it down the inside, tries to do what I did on Perico earlier, but it was a little bit more successful. We now manage though to keep the inside line, and we need to shut this door on the right so he doesn't get back at us, the guy in the white helmet here. We can now get our head down. Ryan's also getting the overtake done there, so we know he's going to be there on our tail, ready to take advantage for when we mess up. Now we're back on the bumper of Perico again, and he's trying to get past this traffic here, but having a little bit of a hard time, so we'd like to say we managed to catch up here, and we follow him through because the guy messes up on that corner there. Perico points forward, we're ready to go off, we're ready to go attack the rest of the guys in this race. We're now up into 11th position after starting in 15. We're following Perico, we're now at the back of this pack here, and it's now our job as much as possible to get through, and it was at this point we send it down the inside of Josh here in the blue, but he manages to fight back on the hairpin, and we try and get the inside line here for this corner, which we manage, and we hopefully now need to shut him off before we get to these final corners here, which we do, and now we can follow up and catch up to Perico. But you can see the reason it's so bunched up is because there is one driver on track called Le Frog that is holding everyone up and defending for their life there.
You thought you could defeat Le Frog?
And you wouldn't believe it in this race, but they actually are my friends, so I'm praying if we catch up to them, maybe, just maybe, they'll let us through. But you can see the guy in green tries to get an overtake done, just doesn't manage it because of LeFrog. LeFrog is going all over the track to defend, which gives us a bit of an opportunity to try and overtake Perico here. We just don't manage it. We just sit trying to keep on Perico's line here. We just don't manage it. He goes on the inside to try and get the overtake done. We're going to try and follow him through, but I just don't have enough acceleration out of the corner to do so. I try and send it down the inside a little bit here, try and get a better exit. We tap the back of the guy in green, which doesn't work out in our favor there. Now we're off. All three of us switching places, trying to get past LeFrog, because that's all we need to do. As soon as we can get past LeFrog, our race can continue, but LeFrog is not giving up that position. He started off in second, and he does not want to lose any more positions in this race. Perico is trying all his might to get past, as he knows that we are on his tail, and at any point we can get this overtake one, giving us race position and allowing us to control this race. But right now, I'm just sitting back. I'm letting those guys battle out, and hopefully we can capitalize on it. And LeFrog makes a little mistake, meaning Perico can get past, which is a nightmare situation for us. So I tried to send it down the inside here, trying to follow through a little bit, but I just don't manage it, and I hit the back of LeFrog there. And now this starts our battle with LeFrog.
To action!
We surrender!
No, not that one, you idiots! The Kung Fu thing!
You see Perico's off in front there. We need to get past LeFrog as fast as we can so we can continue with our race with Perico. Now, like I said, LeFrog is our friend, and I was hoping and praying he would look behind him and see it was me, and potentially he'd let us through. But that's not my friend LeFrog. He's going to keep us there. He's going to be battling to the bitter end here, as he knows he can. He's an absolute brilliant defender. And you'll see now over these next few laps, look at the way he holds that line there. He looks at me there because I push him a little bit, which ends up making a mistake for me, allowing the guy in the green helmet back through, which means we're now battling again, trying to keep closer and hoping they make a mistake so we can capitalize. The guy in green is trying to get past LeFrog, but he can't quite manage it. I tried to send it there. It was absolutely outrageous from me. I was way too far back, and he definitely didn't know I was there, so that was all on me, that attack there. You can see lap after lap we're trying to get past LeFrog, and because of this we now have a guy in orange ready to also try and get past us all, as LeFrog is really holding us up here. You can see Perico's just on the other side of the track there, going off into the distance. The guy in green points a bit here, saying we should work together, try and get around him, but as I'm watching him do that, we get sent down the inside by the guy in orange, meaning I'm now at the back of this queue. How are we back in 11th after all of this? We're sat just on the bumper like we were laps ago, trying to get past LeFrog, meaning Perico is driving off and away, so we need to concentrate and keep holding in there, hoping one of them makes a mistake. As we come up to the double hairpins here, the guy in green tries to make a move, but the orange guy sees the gap and tries to get a move done there, but he just doesn't manage it because the guy in green was setting up the switchback there, and it just didn't quite happen. And we're now stuck in between these guys again, and the guy in green tries to send it on the inside, but LeFrog is there defending the line once again, and we are well and truly stuck behind the LeFrog wall of this race. We're now going to lap 18 of this race, and in the end the green guy had to push all the way through to get past LeFrog, and the guy in orange tries to send it on the inside, and there's an argument that starts to happen in front of us. Guy in orange sends it and hits LeFrog, which is an outrageous move from him, and they start arguing. I'm praying I can capitalize on this, and this could be my opportunity to get past LeFrog. I tried to set the switch back up, I just don't manage it, and now we're bumper to bumper with LeFrog. I know if I send it down the inside his hairpin, I might be able to do it, but he knows this. He covers it off and goes tight. I push the back of LeFrog there, and I'm just praying that I can stay close enough to him that at one point I can send it and try and hold the position. We're now on the slow hairpins here, and Ryan comes into the picture with all that battling that we had before, and a penalty point actually went to the guy in orange there before. We need to try and close off Ryan here so he doesn't get the overtake done, which we managed to do quite well here, but look at the gap there is between us and LeFrog now. There's another three-way battle to try and get past LeFrog. More laps go by. The guy in orange sends down the inside on Ryan there. He's now on our bumper. We're now on lap 20 this 50-lap race, and I'm losing track of Perico, and I'm losing track of the guy in green who got past LeFrog before. We really need to get past LeFrog at any moment here. We try to set up a switchback. He puts us into the wall a little bit there, defending his line though. His car was in front. He had every right to do so, and we're now bumper to bumper again because he took that defensive line. We managed to get a little bit of a better exit there, and I'm trying to send it it on the inside, but look at the way he sits in the middle of the track. I'm trying to keep that inside there. It just doesn't work. We come to the hairpin again, and look at it. He's sitting, he's hogging that inside line. He knows that if he stays there, he's going to have a better exit. But look at this. We're trying to get ready for the slow double hairpins. We send it a little bit. We just don't manage it. We try and set the switchback, but it's so slow, and the guy in orange takes advantage of the gap and overtakes us. If he let us do the switchback, we might have actually got the overtake done on the frog, but all of us were being so greedy trying to get past, and the guy in orange is seeing the overtake, and I'm looking that there's going to be a gap here for me, so I send it. I follow him through. I try our best, and we're in the barrier once again. We're too wide, and the frog still has the position, but the guy in orange is through. Every single person has managed to get past the frog, bar me. We try again. We hit him a little bit too hard there, so I give him a wait, but look on our right here. We've got another driver that is going to try and overtake us here. It's a guy in the white helmet. We try and stay close to the frog. We try and keep this inside line because we know we can cut them off at the last corner here, but they've got the inside line of the corner. We're going to have to let them through, which means we drop another position, and there is Ryan. We're now down into 12th. The frog is really holding his line. He's keeping us there, and the guy in the white helmet just throws us into the barrier. Absolutely outrageous move from there. I throw my hands up in the air to let the marshals know that that was absolutely outrageous, but with his aggressive driving meant that I could try and get through here, and this is our chance to get past the frog. We send it, we tap the guy in white a little bit, he then puts us into the wall there. I'm fuming because that might have ruined our chances to overtake the frog. He lets us through, and actually a penalty point was given to the guy with the white helmet, and rightly so, with those two attacks putting us into the wall, but all with his aggressive driving and following through, we managed to get past the frog. And with another overtake here, it was now time to go head down and try and catch up to Perico and try and save this race. So this is what the next 18 laps looked like for me. There was absolutely no drivers around, which was absolutely perfect. It meant we could keep hot lapping back to back to back to catch up to everyone in the group, and maybe, just maybe, catch all the way back to Perico. And all that hard work paid off. As you can see, just out in the distance there, you can see all the guys that we were battling with before just over there in a pack, and they were only a few corners away. Now at this point, I knew there wasn't many laps left, but now that I can see them, now that I can visualize them, I know that there's a chance that we can catch up to those guys there. And you can see every single lap they got closer and closer to us. We were slowly reining these guys in, which was absolutely perfect for our charge to try and catch back up to Perico. But as another lap goes by, you can see here they're just now on the other side of this barrier. I can see how close we're getting, and another lap goes by and they're even closer to us. These back-to-back hot laps really were coming in well. As every lap they seem to be getting closer and closer, but as we come around this corner here, I can see the marshal is getting ready to wave that checkered flag, so I knew it was coming close to the end of the race. We really had to push if we wanted to get the overtake done before the end of the race. As we come round these final corners here, we head up the ramp. I can see them in the distance. I can see we're nearly there, but as we come round the final corner, the marshal is there. He's waving the checkered flag, and that is it. That is the end of the race. We were so close to getting him at the end there, and we finished in 10th, and Perico was off way in the distance, off in 4th. I was actually quite happy with finishing 10th after all things considered. LeFrog held us up for so long in that race, and it was so physically demanding and trying to get overtakes on a track I'd never been to before. I was quite happy, to be honest, just to get to the finish line, but I definitely had to let LeFrog know that he's probably not going to have too many friends after some of his antics on track with us today.
So hard to get around people, man. People are defending for their fucking lives out there. Yeah, he's with me.
Okay, sorry.
We're not going to have many friends.
I don't give a fuck, mate.
Because you were defending so well, and as soon as it started to get a bit bumpy, all of a sudden you were just like...
Apologies, I nearly killed anyone. We had a good battle.
Mate, if you got past in, behind it, it just turned into that absolute just throwing
You rear-ended me a little bit getting into the head.
I didn't know where to brake on it. I didn't know what to do with it.
Although we didn't manage to beat Perico today, I'm sure we'll battle each other once again on the track another day. That's it from me today. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, instead of asking you guys to like, subscribe, check out these guys on screen. If you like our content here, you'll definitely like these guys as well. And if you want to see more karting content from us, click the video on the screen right now.